Shalom, Yasharala. This your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth and ever will. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth, and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I want to jump into this here article real quick, which is dealing with, we'll get into it. Well, it says cryptocurrencies, investors should be prepared to lose all their money. All right. And now, I'm going to get in a little bit further into this because ultimately, like in the very last line of this here article, all right, they pretty much giving you hints of what's going to happen. All right. And this is all going into what the market of beast. You're not going to be able to buy or sell. All right. Now, as far as because they're going to keep repeating something, over and over again. But, and this is, take it with a grain of salt because but ultimately, we know we're going to go into a market of beast system. Right. But nevertheless, here's the asterisk to this, all right? Because I've dealt in Bitcoin a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So not to say that, oh, you wicked if you're dealing with this or whatever, anything like that. Because, like, literally, you can put your money in there for, like, a couple days and you might make you a little bit of extra money up off of that, Let's say if you wanted to invest in it, not to say invest, but use Bitcoin more, let's say for a week or two, all right, just to make you some extra dollars. Like, ain't nothing really finna be popping like that within 2 weeks. Now, again, take that with a grain of salt. It's not no investment type of shit or nothing like that because you could lose your money. All right. The price could go down. But, hey, what if, not too long ago, the damn Bitcoin price was at 30,000. Shit went up to like 50-something thousand, damn near 60,000. If you would have had your money in from then to the 60,000, you would have damn near doubled your money. And we still here to this same day. So, I mean, if you're using it like that, then cool, whatever. But ultimately, like I said in the last line, they're going to get into, predictive programming, letting you know what this whole thing is going to. All right. It says cryptocurrencies investors should be prepared to lose all their money. Bank of England. Digital currencies have no intrinsic value. Now, you got to listen to this devil. What about these dollar bills we got? Right. It says digital currencies have no intrinsic value, according to the Bank of England Governor Andrew Bailey. He warned people who invest in crypto should be prepared to lose all their money. A skeptic of crypto, Bailey was asked at a press conference about the rising value of cryptocurrencies. He said, as a quote by CNBC, they have no intrinsic value. That doesn't mean to say people don't put value on them, because they can have extrinsic value, but they have no intrinsic value. The same with these, what's the difference between a $100 bill and a $1 bill? All right, it's the artwork that's printed on top of that same paper, man. All right, just because one picture is printed on one paper versus the other image is printed on the other paper, we seem like, all right, well, the one that's got the Benjamin Franklin portrait on it is actually worth more than the one that got the George Washington on it. But it's still the same piece of paper, it's just a different art form on there. Just to give it to you in a different perspective, you got two Honda Civics, exact same trim model and everything. One's red and one's black. Which car is more valuable? I'm like, well, it's the same car, just a different color on there. You know what I'm saying? Whichever one you value, or the red one, I'd pay more money for the red one than the blue one. I'm like, well, it's just the paint that's on there. You could literally go buy the blue one and then paint it red, and then there you go. But, going into these things, it says, the Bank of England governor added, I'm going to say this very, very bluntly again, buy them only if you're prepared to lose all your money. All right, now, we have to understand, like I said, taking this with a grain of salt, about, the predictive programming, because you see it on YouTube, all these damn crypto.com and all these damn cryptocurrency commercials and shit like that is coming on the internet now, man. You have all these different little side apps like Acorns and Robinhood, Webull. They keep promoting Chime. All right, all these different things like that, man. And they also, I heard that they got these like Bitcoin machines where you can put money in there. You know what I'm saying? And then you get, quote unquote, some Bitcoin. But, as far as getting rid of this actual fiat currency that we have, the actual dollar bills, they tried that with the pandemic, with the coins and everything like that. Already a lot of people hold the majority of their cash, all right, the majority of their money, all right, in a digital form, whether it be in your bank, and so on and so forth, So it says, Bailey's comments follow a similar warning from the UK's Financial Conduct Authority, which said in January that investing in crypto assets or investments and lending linked to them generally involves taking very high risk with investors' money. All right, and that's just like with anything that you do, really. Like I said, this is just some shit to kind of like scare people off. Because again, just for an example, if you had $100 or $1,000 and you would have put that in when Bitcoin was $30,000, and then by the time it hit what $60,000, you would have doubled your money. So if you would have put 100 in there, you would have wound up with $200. You would have put 1,000 in there, you would have had $2,000. You would have put 10,000 in there, you would have had 20,000 in there. All right, and that just literally happened. I forgot what happened. It was like Elon Musk bought Bitcoin or something like that, and then all of a sudden it just skyrocketed in price, man. So you could have used that for a vehicle to make you some money or whatever. Or whatever, but they know that a lot of people are actually getting into these things, which is predictive programming, getting people into these digital currencies. All right, so let's finish this off. It says the financial services watchdog added, if consumers invest in these types of products, they should be prepared to lose all their money. Say the same thing about the stock market, or even holding all these greenbacks. You can have all these $100 bills in your house, but then if one day they just devalue that currency like we seen in Venezuela, hey, you got the same outcome. All right. Or gold or silver, man. All right. Because if you know about what actually happened, I believe it was President Nixon, I think it was. No matter how much gold you had back then, they made you go turn in all your gold for fiat currency, man. All right. So, I mean, literally at a stroke of a pen, we could all have just regular green, dollar bills in our pockets and at home in the wall in the safe. And they could be like, you know what? This is now illegal. We need y'all to turn this in. Get this in digital currency. Y'all got 3 months to do it. If y'all don't do it by the third month, then however much money you got, if it's $1 million in cash, that shit is worthless, or they all go to, people using these digital currencies, they could just outlaw them and say they're all illegal. And like they're saying, like, yo, you'd lose all your money. All right. So no matter what you really got your stuff into, Esau has his little ways with his damn policies and his wine, his Babylonian juice, to sit there and corrupt every damn thing. All right. But let me read this is the most important paragraph here. It says, meanwhile, last month, the Bank of England said it was team up with the UK Treasury to explore central bank digital currencies, or what they call CBDCs. The task force is expected to look at use cases, opportunities, and risk of a digital pound. Now, what you see, Russia, also China, creating digital currencies for them to be able to trade and get around American sanctions and everything like that. All right, so, they speaking with their forked tongue right here in this here article, because they say, oh, digital currencies are bad, we're going to get off of this, you're going to prepare to lose all your money. But they're also telling you the same article, like, well, if you understand what a central bank digital currency is, it's like, well, they're going to just replace your regular, how do you call it a currency? Like your regular country's currency, like America, we use dollars here. They'll just replace that with a central bank digital currency, a U.S. Digital currency, a U.S. digital dollar, or the Chinese digital yuan, a digital ruble. All right. And then all of a sudden now, you're still using digital currencies. All right. Because this is the predictive programming letting you know where they're about to go to. All right. We're not going to make this too long. We're going to just jump right into the scriptures. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. It says, he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. All right. Now we understand that going into this here word mark, it means it's the word charagma. It's something that's like an incision put into the skin. All right. And you go further into it from the word caroxo. All right. Basically, which means it's it's going to be how do I say, cut into the flesh. Right. Using a stake or a palisade. Right. And then you can go further into the the word stigma. All right. Which is all going into these same things, man. All right. But ultimately, like I said, this is going to be put inside of you. Right. So, and when we look at this medical situation, they want to have a digital passport and everything like that. So they ain't going to have a bunch of different quote unquote chips put into you. One for your health records, one for your money, one to open the doors in your house and everything like that. No, one for your ID. No, they're going to give you just one damn chip that's going to have all this here information on there. All right. Just like how your smartphones right now can hold, all your phone numbers in its phone book, all your pictures, all your videos, all your music, your calendar, everything is all into this one device, so they can make it that much more smaller and put all these things into basically a chip. All right. And they can implant that chip inside of you. All right. But the point here I wanted to grab is in verse 17. I'm going to read it all the way through and we'll go back to verse 17. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So everybody's going to have to get this, for one. All right. Everybody. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now, going into these words in verse 17, all right, Well, going back up, where we're reading about it, he calls it all, both small and great. You know, focusing on, he calls it all. Everybody's going to have to get this, right? So now let's go into these words real quick as far as the word buy. All right. Agorazo. All right. This word says to be in the marketplace, to attend it, to do business there, to buy or sell. All right. So look, you're not, it's going to cause all to receive this here mark. All right. If you want to be able to buy or sell or attend into the marketplace to do business, any kind of business transactions, as we already can see the implementation of this mark of the beast. All right. They're saying you're going to need this digital passport to be able to show your medical records and everything like that for you to be able to enter airports, schools, hotels, and places like that. How much more when you have to do a financial transaction? All right. You know, you got to go to the grocery store, buy groceries, go get gas for your car. All right. Pay your rent, your mortgage, pay the light bill, the water bill, and so on and so forth, you know. And, you know, you try to break this down to a lot of people. They're like, so that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't need all that. We all good. I got my own money, this and that. Like, all right, look, you can have $1 million if you want. But if they don't take that payment type wherever you got to go pay it, then you can't pay your bill. All right. So, you know, you've been in a certain place, like you may have the money, but they don't take cash at this here machine. You know, you go to some of the stores like card only or cash only. All right. And if you don't have the proper form, no matter how much money you got, you can't make that payment, man. All right. So, hey, you have to understand that you won't be able to do business or even attend into the marketplace. All right. Or either make any kind of transactions as far as, you know, paying your bills. All right. Buying groceries, doing something as simple as just getting gas, man. All right. You be like, well, I don't need this. I can grow my own food, because people come out with all the things that they can say that they can do. Like, all right, well, look, how you going to put gas in your car, man? All right. How you going to just do something as simple as that? How you going to pay your light bill, man? All right. This is what they're planning on doing. And this is how they have it set forth into their New World Order system. All right. Because like we just read, he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive this mark in their right hand on their forehead, that no man might buy or sell or attend in the marketplace or do any of these transactions unless they have this here mark. All right. Now, what we were reading in that article was about, look, you know, all the BS that they was talking about, oh, you plan on losing your money, you know, and the hopes of scaring people off to just divesting into those things so that they can make all their money out of it, you know, because they the most profitable people in that stuff. But nevertheless, the very last paragraph in that article was going into, look, these countries are looking at creating a central bank digital currency, meaning that, you know, every nation is going to have their own digital currency. So you're still going to have digital currencies. They're telling you right now, this is what they're going to. This is going to be the future of these things. They're already in development of all these things to be able to track and trace, you know, all your transactions, your purchases. And like I was saying from way back when, you know, basically going to be like an authentication ticket, man. All right, or authentication token. We got to be able to check your medical records, make sure that you're well before you can even come inside the restaurant, before you can even spend your money. And in order to spend money in here, you also have to have this here chip in order to make that transaction go through, you know. And then, you know, you see these the Internet of Things and the Internet of 2.0, and they have the smart houses, smart everything like that. In order for you to get inside your house, you're going to need this here chip to have access to it, man, to drive your cars and everything like that. So we see that this is the system that is going forth right about now, man. All right. And we understand that, look, you know, well, let me just read it and we'll close out with that. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 21, or verse 22. Yep. Well, I'll read verse 21 as well, too. It says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. You know, and that's ultimately going into what? Jacob's trouble. But before then, you know, all these people that's walking around talking about, oh, you know, you got proud ass people. I got money. I got this. I got my own land. I can grow my own food in this. They're not even expecting the things that could happen to them. There was a lot of people in 2019 that had great paying jobs. They was making so much money and everything like that. You know, they could just go ball out. They got credit cards. They weren't thinking about nothing. But then guess what happened? They got caught off guard with that unexpected uppercut, man. And that uppercut was, look, the government's going to force to shut down all these jobs, man. All right. Oh, I'm an airline pilot and everything like that. Well, look, we grounded all these planes, man. All right. Or I'm a CEO at this top restaurant, or I own my own restaurant, 5-star restaurant. We make so much money. But guess what? Y'all shut down, man. You weren't even expecting all these things, man. So again, hey, ain't no telling. It don't matter how much money you got or what you prepare for. You about to get caught off guard with these unawares, you know, like being them changing over to a central bank digital currency and things like that, man. All right, so ultimately, this is Esau's plan. But let's keep reading, verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh saved, but for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. All right, because like we were just reading, Esau's going to cause everybody to have to take this here chip, man. All right, and you can just imagine, Lord willing, we are part of that number. All right, we're not going to take that there chip. Just imagine look, where you going to live at, man? How you going to pay your rent? Keep a roof over your head, man. All right, how you going to buy groceries and everything like that, man? All right, of course, we're going to have faith in the Lord. All right, and the Lord's going to provide for us. But look, how long, obviously the Lord can provide for us for eternity. We don't need none of these things here. But look, things are going to be getting real scarce. You're going to have different zones and things. It's just going to be really hard for you, man. All right, you won't be able to get into a car. All right, they got these taxi services going around. You won't be able to go inside the grocery store to be able to, buy your groceries and things like that. You know what I mean? Now, granted, like I said, the Most High can provide for us, and He will provide for us. You might have somebody, a neighbor or a friend or somebody that's, that they know you and everything like that. They might go get chipped up or whatever, and they go to the grocery store and be buying you your goods, because you watched over it, did something for them one day in the world or something like that, while they was down and out. Maybe they got injured. You was taking care of the lawn or something like that. Now, now they want to pay you back. Like, look, man, I can't go in that grocery store, but I'm going to need, here goes some money. Or here goes X, Y, and Z. I need you to bring me something back. The Lord can have things like that pop off for you. But at the end of the day, how long will we be able to last? You think that, obviously, like I said, the Most High can take care of us for eternity. But, the way things are going right now, like, if you ain't going to be able to make any kind of financial transactions, how long are you, how many payments can you miss on your car before they come and repossess it? How many payments can you miss on your rent or your mortgage before you get evicted or basically get evicted, How long can you go without, reeing up at the grocery store on groceries and things like that, man? All right. How long can you just keep finding people to keep buying you groceries and depleting their accounts, man? All right. So look, we're hastening the day that the Lord just get us up out of here. But ultimately, these are all blessings, them pushing this central bank digital currency, which is going into the mark of the beast. Because look, we know that this thing has to be pushed out there, man. All right. And then World War III is going to come. Then the chariots are going to show up. Those nukes going to rain down and we're going to be beamed up, man. All right, we hastening the day. We almost up out of here, man. But I just want to touch in on that little article because, hey, there's a lot of talk and a lot of news about these cryptocurrencies and things like that, man. So it's just, these are all the signs that the Most High warned us about and spoke about in the scriptures beforehand. That's giving us the measuring stick to see how much more longer we got up in this bad boy, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and close out with that. Lord willing, the elect was edified with this here lesson. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and never will. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity over the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say stay strong. Shalom.